So on the 3rd of April 2017, I received a tweet from Soccer AM, which said, 7 years ago today, this happened.
There's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara?
I don't know, Jeff, has there? I must have missed that. Red card.
So we were slightly further back, and then what happens? It starts to rain. So it starts to rain, so the camera lens is getting covered, so we have to go even further back into the Fratton end in the corner to watch the game. Goes to look at the game, walked back because Carly's saying Jeff wants to speak to you. Anyway, with that minute, Charlie Nicholas shouts, goal, or something like that.
Yeah.
So she says, right, we're not coming to you now, we're going to Charlie, but you're next. Next minute, Jeff goes to somewhere else for a report for a goal. Because obviously there's no goal in my game. So I keep looking over my shoulder like that. And back to the camera. And then Carly goes, right, we're definitely coming this time. And they don't. Jeff goes somewhere else. So I'm stuck in this corner now. And I actually see what's going on in the pitch. And then Jeff eventually comes to me, right, let's go down to Chris Kamara at Portsmouth where there's been a sending off. And of course, my reaction is,
brilliant.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
The director of Soccer Saturday, she says to me, watch the game. You know, and he said, they're all laughing in the studio, but it's not funny because you're there.
Really?
You're there to watch the game.
So you actually got in trouble for this?
I got in trouble for it, yeah.
Okay.
Monday, I get a phone call. So it's Fox TV. Can you get to a studio near you? I said, why? Because we want to talk to you about the sending off. It's caught the imagination of the public in America. And then I got a radio station in Holland call me up and wouldn't do 2 or 3 minutes on the phone. And then, would you believe, as far as China, you know, could you say a few words about this? So all of a sudden, you know, from me being the villain, Sky's getting all this free publicity.
So it worked out right at the end.
It worked out all right.
So when you look back at that, it's interesting you say because you got in a bit of trouble at the start, but then it obviously gained all that publicity. How do you look back on that moment? With happiness or with a bit of regret?
Defining moment of your career.
Really?
Yeah. In television, you'd have to say, 7 years. Where has that time gone? I don't know, Jim.
Genius. Brilliant.
9th of November 2016. And so I walked into the loo and they had this...
Yeah, brilliant.
Goal
in a football in the urinal, yeah.
Yeah, and I still missed the target. I caught my shoes though.
You're not joking either, are you? Brilliant.
Oh yeah, I can reassure everyone that it'll be a long time before Unbelievable Jeff retires. Now, I was in Dubai. I went to see my old mate Rob McCaffrey. Big Sam was there, so I had a couple of beers with him. Well, a couple of lemonades with him while I was over there.
Well, correct. We'll edit that bit out. Yeah. We won't. Go on.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, I'm getting all these tweets. So I look at these tweets and it says, "What's this about Jeff?" And one of the red tops had put that Jeff was about to retire, which was absolute nonsense.
And he got loads of coverage, didn't he? It was everywhere.
Loads. Yeah, everywhere. So I, without even getting in contact with Jeff, just put out straight away, absolute nonsense. Do not believe this in a million years, because I speak to Jeff every week. Yeah. And so I know, you know, if he was about to retire, he would tell people and stuff like that. And it was an old interview that he did, that he said one day, when he's no longer wanted at Sky, he would retire to Portugal. So all of a sudden, someone's decided to put it in as that. So I corrected it, and immediately Jeff sent me a message, but because of the time difference, in Dubai, I didn't get the message until the next morning to say, it said, thanks for putting out the message, Cam. I'm not going anywhere. So I just, once again, his message, I retweeted his message. But, you know, I'll probably retire before him. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone with a heart. But here's a pic to put you off Valentine's Day for life.
Can you just describe that picture?
That's me.
Really? I didn't know that. I know that bit, yeah. I did work that bit out.
That's me under the covers, yeah, with some roses and some chocolates and some romantic photographs and everything.
And what was the inspiration behind that?
I was going to say my girlfriend, but I better say my wife.
Okay. Okay, you got out that well. Now, I've met your lovely wife a few times. How did she react to that photo?
Well, you can see.
She's not in it. Nowhere to be seen.
Nothing to do with it.
Would you like to apologise to your wife if she's watching now?
Sorry, Anne. My girlfriend loved it though. Well, I get loads and loads of these with people who seem to get a telly, and it seems to be all the same writing around. I don't know whether somebody's selling them or whatever, with all the results down the side and a microphone, and it's an honour.
Yeah.
It's an honour and a privilege for people who do that.
Do more people come up to you and say, "I didn't see it, Jeff," or "Unbelievable, Jeff"?
Unbelievable, Jeff. I get every single day. Every single day. I can't remember a day, unless I'm abroad somewhere, where I don't get an unbelievable, Jeff, off somebody.
Where's the strangest place or circumstance someone has recognised you or said something like that to you?
Las Vegas.
Okay.
Las Vegas. There's an American, right, and he's got, what do they call it, where they put their hand up, something.
What? They put their hand
A
where?
puppet.
A puppet, right, okay.
So the ventriloquist in downtown Vegas, not in the library, but in downtown Vegas,
Yeah.
where the streets are all covered, and there's people in there, and he's on the side of the street, and he goes, "Here comes Chris Kamara." Cammy, unbelievable, Jeff. Brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. So my wife has thought, this can't be real. You know, you've set this up or something, you know. But for an American ventriloquist,
Unbelievable, Jeff. Amazing. Brilliant.
this is from Soccer AM. Remember when Cammy chased down and caught a mugger in Brazil? Hashtag St. Kamara's Day. Yeah.
And that's a true story, isn't it? You did apprehend a mugger.
I did. I was an idiot. I was an idiot. You know, when I think about it, because I acted on instinct instead of thinking about it. So we come out of the hotel, me and my brother-in-law. Now, Mike had mugged me written on his back.
You had the words "mug me." Right.
More or less.
Right, okay. It's good.
Because what happened is he took his shirt off and he had a gold chain
Right.
around his neck.
Yeah, so he's asking for trouble.
What happens is two, as we know now, Brazilian guys come up to us and ask us the time. Yeah. Now, the reason why the police said the reason why they do that is because it's such a cosmopolitan place. They don't know if you're Brazilian or tourists or whatever.
Right.
So they'll come and ask you the time, and then as soon as you answer it in English, they know straight away. And as I said at that particular time, they didn't need to ask me the time. All they needed to do was throw me a football. They'd soon realised I wasn't Brazilian. So we walked on, and then I'm stood on the right-hand side, my brother-in-law's on the left, and the mugger came in between us and hooked the chain from my brother-in-law and ran straight across the road that way. So there's two lanes of traffic. There's two going that way and there's two going back that way. So he can see me and I can see him, but there's four lanes of traffic between us. And this is where the police said I got really, really lucky. Otherwise I'd have been either stabbed, shot or told to back off. There became a break in the traffic. And as the break in the traffic come, I cut across the road and that forced him up a straight road where his accomplice would have been waiting for him down there. That's where he would have took me. That's the reason why he was running around. So my lucky break was to force him up there, and every time he looked over his shoulder, I was catching him, you know, hand over foot. The only thing I haven't explained to you is he only had one leg. No, he never.
Okay. So you're chasing him. Let's move on from that.
So every time he looked over his shoulder, and to be fair, I'm going to say I can run. I used to be able to run, you know.
Yeah.
Certainly marathons and stuff like that. So I knew I would catch him eventually. And so I keep going. We're going up this road for about half a mile, and there's
Half a mile you're chasing him for?
I'm chasing him for, yeah. But I'm catching him the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time. It's 800 yards or something like that, and half a mile. It's not that long.
It's a long time to chase a mugger, though, isn't it?
Eh?
It's a long time to chase a mugger when you don't know if he's armed or you don't know if he's meeting up with someone.
You don't think about that. It's instinct. It takes over. Completely took over. So eventually there's a hotel with a security guard outside, and I'm about 2 yards behind him. So I shout to this security guard, "Stop thief, stop thief." So he walked in front of him just to block his stride. Yeah. Right, so then I jumped on the back of him and he spoke English, the security guard. He said, what's happening? I said, he's stolen something from us. So he got his arm and he held him down with his knee, and within a minute and a half, the police were there.
Wow.
The police were there and they've come and they've cuffed him behind his back straight away. The security guard asks him for where the item is. He gave him a load of swearing in Portuguese. And then eventually gave him the chain, gave us the chain, and then they put his vest over his head, and the reason for that is because if he tries to run, even though he's cuffed, he doesn't know where he's going to run to.
And that's the famous photo that's in,
so that's
on that
the
tweet.
famous photo. That's why he's got the vest over his head.
So moral of the story, don't mug Chris Kamara. Cammy, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Top man.
Thanks,
Enjoyed
Ads.
that. Make sure you subscribe to Soccer M's YouTube channel, and for more great throwback tweets, click right here.
Right there.